Welcome you all to my channel. Let's learn. My dear students, in the last part, I have already discussed about finite and non-finite verbs. And this is the second part. Let us see what is about this part. Dear students, in the last part, I have already told you about finite and non-finite verbs. What are finite verbs and what are non-finite verbs? And also about object, complement, adjunct, adjective, etc. Now, this is the second part of the verb, and in this part, I will discuss about transitive and intransitive verbs and regular and irregular verbs. Now we will see what is transitive verb. You see, a verb that is accompanied either clearly or implicitly by a direct object in the active voice is called transitive verb. It links the action taken by the subject with the object upon which that action is taken. Consequently, transitive verbs can also be used in the passive voice when the direct object of the equivalent active voice sentence becomes the subject. This is the definition of the transitive verb. And for your easy understanding, you must remember one thing, that is, if there is any object of a sentence, then that verb is the transitive verb. And if there is no object in a sentence, then the verb used in that sentence is non-transitive or intransitive. So, verb is the important item. If there is the presence of object in the sentence, the verb is transitive, and if there is the absence of the object in the sentence, the verb is intransitive. Now we will take some examples and we will see more about transitive verbs. You see, my father gave me an ice cream. Here you see, the verb is gave, and me is an object, and an ice cream is also another object. So there is the presence of two objects in this sentence. So gave, the verb, is the transitive verb here. And about transitive verbs, you have to remember important points. One point is about object. Object is the noun phrase which is an internal complement of a verb phrase or a prepositional phrase. In a verb phrase with a transitive action verb, it is typically the receiver of the action. And I have already told you in the sentence chapter about object, and you have already learned that objects are of two types. One is direct object and another is indirect object. And the direct object refers to things and the indirect object refers to persons or animals. And to know the direct object, we ask a question by adding what to the verb. And to know the indirect object, we ask the verb a question by adding a question word, that is who or whom, and it usually refers to a person or an animal. Now we will see about the definition of direct object and indirect object. You see, the noun or noun phrase that a verb is directly acting upon is called direct object. And on the other hand, what is indirect object? A grammatical role of a ditransitive verb. Ditransitive means two. Die means two. Transitive verb that usually manifests as a recipient or goal is called indirect object. This is about transitive verb. Now we will see about intransitive verb. What is intransitive verb and what is its definition? You see, an action verb not taking a direct object is called intransitive verb. You see, I have already told you that where there is no object in a sentence, the verb is intransitive. For example, wind is blowing. Here, is blowing is the verb and there is no object in this sentence. Just like birds are flying, here there is no object in this sentence. This is Tom, there is no object. He is going to school, there is no object in here. Sit down here, there is no object in this sentence. So, in all these sentences, there is no object, there is only verb, and these verbs are intransitive verbs. This is about intransitive verb. Now we will see what is a regular verb and what is irregular verb. You see, regular verb, a verb which conjugates regularly is called regular verb. In English, a verb which uses an ed suffix to form its past participle is called regular verb. For example, pray, prayed, prayed. Here you see we added ed to make it V2 form or V3 form. And like that, we can take another example, that is look, looked, looked. Here we added ed to make it V2 or V3 form. And then about irregular verb, a verb that does not follow the normal rules for its conjugation is called irregular verb. That means you have already learned that there are some verbs and it has a different forms it has a different form in its different forms. Just like I can take an example. You have already learned there is a verb go and its second form is went and third form is gone. You see, go is a word and went is another new word, gone is another new word, and we have not added ed to make it second or third form. So go is a irregular verb. Just like there are some verbs, it has same form in its other forms, means V2 or V3 form. Just like cut, 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 read, read, read. And there are also different verbs like this, they are called irregular verbs. This is all about today's discussion, and in the third part we will see about different forms of verbs. Now what I told you about forms, that means V1 form is the present form, V2 form is the past form, V3 form is the past participle form, and ing form is the present participle form. And we will see all about it in part 3. Keep watching my videos, and in the next part, means part 3, you will know details about it. Thank you all for watching my video. If you like my video, please like, comment and share, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon to get the new notifications of my new videos. Thank you all.